So I've gotten a surprising number of people asking how to do a duo Oryx. And I guess it makes sense, right? Because a solo takes a lot of work. And the duo isn't immediately obvious, even if you know how to do a solo. So I figured I'd make this quick little guide here just to kind of explain how everything works. This should be a self contained guide. You don't need to know anything about the solo to watch this guide. So, yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Starting off, we like to gather the thrall here by standing on the little platform that you can see Sepia on. And the reason is because if you kill every thrall all at once, they drop a lot of ammo. So in this clip here, you can see Sepia kills all the thrall at once with a fusion grenade, and because I'm close enough, I also get a lot of ammo from it. After that, just kill some knights and head on up to the daughter's plates. I like to assign one person to one plate and the other person to the other plate. So most of the fight happens on top of these plates, and what we do for this phase, the ogre phase, is to just weaken each ogre with 2 headshots and 1 body shot from Ex Machina. Alternatively, you can use primary or your machine gun or some other sniper, but Ex Machina is definitely the most common option. After you've weakened both of your ogres, you should jump on over to whichever daughter's plate Oryx is closest to. So in this case, I jump over to Sepia's plate because Oryx is closer to Sepia. Once here, I'm doing 2 things. For one, I'm shooting Oryx to try and drag his attention away from Sepia, and number 2, I'm jumping up and down. Now, this is kind of important, because we need to make sure that all 4 ogres see all of us on top of the same plate. If the 2 ogres from each side see us in the same spot, then they will naturally move together to try and get a better angle on us. Now at this point, it's time for staggers, so we use Touch of Malice to stagger Oryx, and then I'm assigned the back ogres, so I head over to the back to kill my ogres. Now these 2 aren't together, but that's no issue. You need an average of actually 3 bombs around in a duo, so you don't have to worry too much if the bombs aren't together every single time. And then Sepia and I coordinate when to jump into the bombs, and so we detonate our bombs, and then we go forward to get some damage on Oryx's chest. And then after all that's done, one of us will self-resurrect. Now, it is pretty important that only one person uses a self-res per round. Because we're not killing all 4 ogres, each of us is only actually killing 2, it is entirely possible for neither of us to get full super if we are both using our super every single round. Now, during mortars, to try and gain super energy, you can tag every knight with Touch of Malice. When the knights despawn, they don't actually despawn, they die, and what that means is that if you've touched them with Touch of Malice, you'll get the super energy from them. And then after mortars, I just res my teammate, and then we repeat. Now, after you've gotten Oryx to 8 bombs of health left or below, it will be time for Shade. So there are 2 ways you can do Shade. You can do Shade either by yourself, or you can do Shade as a team. So in this first example, I'll show you myself doing it alone, and then after that we'll jump to how you might complete it as a team. When you spawn into Shade, the shade of Oryx will be 90 degrees to your left. So you know exactly where to look when you spawn in, just turn there and throw a grenade, maybe throw 2 grenades. And then after that, just use Ex Machina to try and hit some headshots on the guy. It takes probably 12 to 15 sniper shots to kill him, but if you don't have enough sniper ammo, then Touch of Malice is a fine substitute. You can see here I jump over Shade's head to tank the slam, and then I go for 3 thrall kills. Now, 3 thrall kills with Touch of Malice will fully regenerate your health. And in Shade, where you don't naturally regenerate health, this is pretty useful. But at any rate, you can see I got more special ammo, so I'm just chipping away at Shade with my sniper, and in just a moment I'm going to kill it. If, however, one of your teammates is not comfortable soloing Shade, then that's fine, just have both of you self-res. You can see here that I'm going to put on Bad Juju. Now, in a duo Shade where someone needs to have self-res the next round, it's one person's job to gen super and keep the thralls off of the other person, and then it is the other person's job to actually kill the Shade. So in this example here, you can see that my job is to gen super. I have Bad Juju on, I'm killing some thralls, killing some knights, and my ultimate goal right now is to get about half of my super if possible. My teammate, meanwhile, is chipping away at Shade with sniper ammo. This time, however, it's a bit easier because I can help out with Shade damage if necessary, and I'm also keeping all of the thralls off him so they're not interfering. And here you can see I have about half of my super, so we go ahead and kill the Shade. Now, after you've finished Shade with this method, make sure to switch back to Touch of Malice because you will be needing that for Stagger later on. But other than that, you can now approach this round like any other round because you have half of your super and therefore will have a full super by the time you need it. Now, let's say that for some reason, you can't kill Oryx in the usual 5 to 6 rounds. This means that you'll have to do an Enrage kill, and that's not really an issue. Have one person put on a shotgun and have the other person keep Touch of Malice on at least, and go to the plate that Oryx is about to slam. And here Oryx is about to slam back left, so we're collecting over this plate. Now there will probably be a knight around there, just make sure to kill it. And then as soon as Oryx slams, he's going to open up his chest, so my teammate is going to stagger Oryx. Meanwhile, I am going to kill this ogre with my shotgun, and then detonate the bomb. Now after that, we need to make sure to keep some damage on Oryx's chest. Sepia has self-res, and so he's doing damage. You can see I also have self-res, but just to demonstrate the point, I'm going to sword block the bomb, so you don't actually need self-res to survive this phase. Now, having done that, we're both going to head to the front of the map for final stand. This front part of the map is typically safe from adds, although there is a variety of places in the front of the map that you could stand, and then we just shoot Oryx in the chest with Touch of Malice, and like that, we are done. So anyway, that's how to Duo Oryx. If you have any questions, as always, please leave them in the comments, and thank you for watching.